Hello, I'm Ash. This is Amalgam Ash, and I review tech sometimes on here that I got on the cheap. This is the 5-in-1 lens kit, the deluxe 5-in-1 lens kit from Amazing. You might be able to find this from other vendors, or you might find variations of this product from in different configurations sold across different platforms. I have found a couple of these lenses in different single kits in places like Dollar Tree even. So I know that there are a lot of products. This is just one version of the product. This is specifically a lens kit for smartphone cameras. So we're actually going to be doing live testing here, right here, demoing all one take. You're going to be able to see what these different lenses do for your smartphone and how they can kind of do something that is really, really difficult to do in post and impossible in some cases. And I'll show you what that means. They come in a nice, convenient pouch. We don't really care about the pouch, right? But it does have a loop. And it does have a carabiner, so you can attach this to, goodbye, other things if you want to. It opens up. We've got a microfiber cloth we can use to clean the lenses. We have the lens holder, and we have our 5 lenses. It looks like 4, but one of them is a 2-in-1. So if you've ever had one of these, and you have kind of given it a little test squeeze, as we like to do, you'll find that it kind of really feels like it's going to be really hard to squeeze. It's going to be really hard to squeeze. It's going to apply a lot of pressure on your phone or whatever it is. You have to imagine that the energy required to push this close is much increased because the lever actions on this side, this is actually a very gentle squeeze. So it's not going to hurt your camera phone at all. It's not going to squeeze anything out of place. It's not going to damage it over time, nothing like that. This is safe to use with your expensive smartphone camera. We'll test out the very first lens in here, the biggest one, which you'd think might be the best one. It's the fisheye lens, 198 degrees. They've all got caps on them, and they've all got threaded bits that you screw into the threaded lens holder. You could do that while that's still closed. You just got to kind of push it on there and spin until the threads catch, and then it will screw on. And that's not happening for me, right? There we go. There we go. Once it screws on cleanly, you know you got it. Give it a little nice hand tighten. That's going to go on our camera. Don't forget to take the cap off, or you're not going to be able to see anything. I'm actually going to apply this right here, right now, on my front camera, and this is the fisheye effect. This is for photographers. This is not for the video aspect of things unless you're trying to do something really stylistic, like make a music video, or maybe you're recording a scene where a character is doing stuff you have like a spy camera set up, you know. This is great for that sort of effect. You can see a lot more of the room behind me. You can't get that detail in post-processing. You can't get this in editing. You can literally see more of the room than my actual phone camera allows you to see. You can see the board games in the corner. You can see the entirety of my PC screen. You can see my pink keyboard. You can see the key that I had to redeem for a cornucopia, which I already redeemed it. Don't bother trying to mess with that now. And you can see all of the other stuff behind me, basically the entire side of that room. And that, my friends, is the fisheye lens. You can't see any of that stuff before. Look at the insane difference. There's nothing to configure here. There's no like property you can edit or anything you can do to change it. It's just going to be fisheye on or fisheye off. We'll go ahead and put the lens cover back on. We'll unscrew that. About 4 minutes into the video, we're ready to test the next thing. All right, so the next lens we're going to test is the telephoto lens 2X. Took the cover off before I put it on there. Bad practice. Don't do that. Put it on there, then take the cover off so you don't get your fingerprints smudging all over the lens. This one is for more outdoorsy stuff because it is going to zoom in. It's going to add more optic zoom to your camera. Very good thing to have because you would rather have this optic zoom than an electronic zoom. The difference being the optic zoom is mechanical. It's something that actually works with lenses, and it works a lot better on physical, big, bulky, traditional point and click cameras because they've got that inside room to be able to utilize that to great effect. Your smartphone camera doesn't have all that depth. It's more like squished. And so whatever zoom we got, we're blessed to have. And most of it's going to be electronic zoom, which means it's just kind of taking the image and stretching it out and trying to fill in the gaps instead of being blurry or overly pixelated. It's like, what needs to go here so this looks realistic? That'll get better over time as we have like AI develop the, what is it called? The inference of the pixels that we're missing. But I'm going to switch the camera over. And now you can see the back end of my room, my studio. It's nothing super special, but we are going to, where's the camera? Where's the camera? Where's the camera? There's the camera. We're going to show you the telephoto lens on this part. That's the natural zoom, natural magnification, I should say. That is with this lens clipped on. Unclip it, we're back. All right, that's just illustrating the differences between front and back camera. We'll put the cap back on. We are unscrewing this from the lens holder and we're going on to the next one. The next one I couldn't quite figure out the use of until I had it on and I really messed around with it. This is the CPL mobile phone lens. If you see one of these and you put it on your mobile phone and you can't figure out what it has changed, I am going to help you with that. So we will clip it on here. And it is the only one of the lenses that has an adjustment. And you can actually take it and freely spin the outside of it. And as we do that, you will notice, look at the skin tone on my face. There's a slight color adjustment. There's a slight lighting adjustment. And that's what this is for. This is literally for changing a little how the light behaves in your scene. I'm going to read you the official description here in just a moment. Yeah, it is a bit strange. It's not super obvious how it works. Hold on a second. The effects of the CPL lens are not easy to see, but they are there. And if you play with them enough, you'll be able to notice that the reflections in the room act a little differently. We've got this weird artifact right here. Right here, that's coming in from behind. That's literally coming in from behind. So I could take this lens and actually adjust the position, but we're always going to have that kind of opening right there. So anyways, that's with it off. On, things may look a little smoother, a little warmer. Off, my camera is one of those that likes to automatically adjust for lighting and color situations, white balance. So again, useful, you be the judge. But this one right here, this one is worth the entire $5 and more. This is a combination lens. This is the macro 15x coupled with the 0.63x wide. So it's a wide lens and a macro lens together. We're going to take a look and see what they look like together, and then we'll take one of them off and show you what just one of them looks like. And no, you can't put the wide lens on without the macro, but you can put the macro lens on without the wide. This is the both of them together. Get ready. Big difference. This is a lot more of the fisheye effect. This is the wide lens. This is a lot more natural looking than the fisheye. It does give you technically the fisheye effect, but it doesn't give you such a strong version of it. You can see more of the room due to the actual increase in lens field of view. And there are actually some things you'll be able to see closer depending on where your camera likes to focus and what its focus limits are because of the macro lens attachment. And we're going to look and see what the macro lens by itself looks like. So this outer lens here actually has its own threading. It screws right off, that sounded bad, of the macro lens. But you can't put it in by itself due to the way that it's threaded, and you can't put any other lens onto the macro lens. That would be really cool. I don't know how practical it would be, but it'd be really cool to be able to combine them. And so now with the macro lens on, we are blurry as heck, but now you can get really, really close with some things. And this will let you do things like take pictures or video of miniatures that you were previously unable to focus on because they were so small or they had to be too close to your camera. And it's spooky season, so I'll let you see my skeletons. A couple of them are bloodied. You could do the same thing with, human business. Take close-up pictures. Give people a real look at who you are. Hi. Don't look at my white hairs or my teeth. Yeah, so that can be used to great effect. Really disturb some people. Kind of wondering what happens if we just place the macro lens over. It's not in focus at all. That's why they don't want you using this, because it's not in focus. It's tailored to work specifically. We're safe. Tailored to work specifically with the macro. Love this combination though, macro and wide. And that is the 5-in-1 lens kit from Amazing. This lens here, this combination here, really made this worth more. I'm actually wanting to switch cameras again and show you the other side of the room with this lens attached. Let's do that. All right, so there's that. And then there's that with the macro and wide together. Again, macro and wide are together on this. You can see all my toolboxes. You can see my Ashes ASMR, which is not ready yet, not a real channel yet. You can see my 3D printer, posters. You can still see all that stuff, but it's a lot more zoomed in without it. This is the normal lens on my smartphone camera. and back to me. And that's it. I got nothing else. I just wanted to show you that stuff because I thought it was really cool. If you're thinking about buying it and it's like between $5 and $10, yeah, I'd get it. No questions asked. If you're wanting to increase the amount of stuff you can do with your smartphone camera, definitely. What is this one? The fisheye. This makes your smartphone look like a GoPro. And this camera is old by now. The Samsung Note 10 Plus, it's got some years on it. So your newer camera might be able to take advantage more of these lenses, even though they weren't really developed with any camera in mind. They were developed kind of with all cameras in mind and work on the fundamentals of any lens. So definitely check them out. And it's weird now just having the normal lens on me. It's like something's out of focus or something's wrong. But no, that's correct. That's exactly what I'm supposed to look like. And also, this is the 1x on my camera. I could easily switch to a 0.5x, not in the same video because I started this video out in front-facing camera mode, I guess. I've got some other video modes, but hopefully the lens that I have shown you awaken you to what kinds of possibilities there are if you use those kinds of lenses on your smartphone camera. That's all I've got. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.